Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Musicians Talk Show podcast. It is episode number 104. I'm Dallas DeWhite.
Nah, I'm Matt Tolley.
And welcome to the show. We're going to take you along for the ride today.
Yes, we got some shit to talk about, that's for sure. Had a busy weekend.
Yeah, I'm barely standing.
You're not standing.
Yeah, true.
You're actually sitting down.
I'm barely sitting.
You guys don't even know how short Dallas is. That's him standing up.
Right. This is me standing up. I just put a chair behind me so it looks like I'm sitting down so you guys aren't uncomfortable.
That's right.
This weekend was crazy. Let's do a little weekend review. Let's go with you first. What's been up?
I've been writing a lot. I've been feeling really inspired writing. When David comes to town, we've been just putting a lot of effort into that. There's not really much to report on that. Just can't wait to get some new material out.
Where are you guys at in the process?
All right, so we're trying to put together the EP, and that's basically the music's there. One of the songs you helped me write, essentially, we split I did the lyrics, you did the music, but now, so we're working through that, how David's going to play, what Kyle's going to play, and I think it's going to work out to be where I don't even have to play guitar, which might be a departure.
On that one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so, and we've changed it up a little bit. It's not as, I know you put a lot of complex little stuff in there that we kind of just like toned it down and simplified it. It sounds more heavy metal and less Alice in Chains was like grunge, and like they had Jerry Cantrell fucking guitar playing is amazing, and that's what you were trying to capture in that. I remember we talked about that. So but we're a little more prep and bury. And anyway, just working on those 3 songs, and then after that, working on the next album is the plan. That's
awesome.
It's just putting all pieces together. You know how that goes.
Do you have any release ideas?
When
like
to release?
Well, like when and how much, how many songs?
Yeah, but I don't want to say it yet, just
Still
because I don't
working
want to, in case it changes or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do have an idea in mind. We're gonna see as we get there. Definitely this year, though.
Cool.
This year, I can say that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was what? Just kind of throughout the weekend?
Yeah, it's been the last few weeks, really, but this weekend was a really good one. Actually, I just came from practice and it was time, so.
Nice.
Yes, let's talk about Friday night.
Yeah, so Jesus, here we go.
Right off the bat, he's yawning.
I haven't yawned all day, by the way. Been up early. Haven't
You're
yawned.
addicted to yawning, aren't you, Dallas?
Just love it so much. So our new single came out on Friday. Fake, the LA Maybe.
Yep.
Check it out wherever you listen to music, YouTube, Amazon, wherever. Encourage you to listen to that and listen loud.
I woke up thinking about it right off the bat. I was like, oh yeah, Fake's out today.
I was actually up at midnight by coincidence, and it was like 11:58, and I was like, oh wait, our single comes out in 2 minutes. So I sat there and refreshed the page and watched it pop up. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's cool.
I had it on my phone before the artwork had loaded into like Apple Music.
So yeah, I woke up with it like thinking about that in my head, and I sent it to a few people right off the bat because I had already told a few people. I was like, yeah, their new single comes out the same night.
Cool. We played it Friday night. That was good. So Friday night we played Amos's. We did a double bill. It was the LA Maybe. Played a couple songs, 6 songs, so more than a couple. And then we took a quick little break, put on a top hat, came back out, and did Guns N' Roses for about 2 hours, a little less.
Brand new Anything Goes.
You can see the top hat. It's hard to do backwards. There it is, right there.
There it is.
That's my slash get up, the wig and the hair.
Yeah.
And here's what it looks like when it's
pull
all
up some pictures of that show, man. It was awesome.
when it's all put together.
Bam.
Here's what you got.
You see Axl Rose back there.
Yeah, you see Axl
Blue
Rose.
bandana. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't know
it's
if
so
I've
cool.
I don't ever seen him wear a blue one.
He went for the Paradise City look, down to the Paradise City music video look. So he's got the Cat House Hollywood podcast shirt, or not the podcast, but the Cat House shirt.
The actual.
Yeah, I've listened to that podcast too much. The hair, the bandana, the white jacket, the white pants. He was wearing white New Balance type sneakers, which I thought was really fun.
That was a good move, yeah.
That was awesome.
Because Axl would wear like always some crazy shoes.
We were joking about like, dude, those look so dumb before. Like you're wearing dad shoes or whatever. Like you're going to go mow your lawn and stuff. Wear the grass stains, all the good jokes. And then he put them on with the get up and I was like, those actually look dope.
It works good with the white,
those look really awesome.
It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Where did he get the white leather jacket?
Oh, I forget. Him and Foz have been searching around buying stuff.
Cool. That looks awesome.
Yeah, he had some really awesome white boots, but they didn't get here in time.
Well, next show, you know.
So, anyway, that's the slash get up.
Anyways, killer turnout, dude. Just bring up a picture of the crowd.
Yeah. So we got.
I was very impressed with the turnout and everybody coming out, and I saw a lot of familiar faces in the crowd, obviously. Yeah.
So we had a lot of people show up. Amos is not a very big place, but it's
well, it's not as big as it used to be. It used to be a little bit bigger, and a lot of big acts have played there, but they cut the place in half. They moved the stage up basically halfway up. This would have been double the crowd size right there.
Right.
But
so
anyway,
did the stage get bigger, like deeper?
The stage didn't get deeper. I don't think they kept it pretty much the same. It's a totally new stage though, like where it's at. They had to move forward.
What do you mean? So where? I thought the stage used to be like along this wall.
No,
Is that
no.
not
It's the
true?
same direction. The
So
balcony
this was always
the
here.
same. The balcony is the same. It's just not as deep. They brought this all back.
Oh, so it used to go further that way.
Exactly. So the stage would have been where that restaurant is. Whatever that restaurant is now, that's where the stage is.
Yeah, but the problem with what you're saying is the restaurant's over here.
No.
Yeah, when you walk in the door right here, restaurant's to your right, which is over there. You guys can't see
so
what's I'm
maybe they
pointing.
shorten the balcony up
Restaurant's
this
over
way.
here.
Then that is the same stage. They shorten the balcony up, but I don't remember. Here's the thing: the stairs,
Goliath told me they moved the stage.
That's what I thought too.
The stage is not over here. It used to be back here or
No,
something
they
is
didn't
what he was
change
telling me.
direction. They just they shortened the whole thing up. Is what they did. They just
Right.
like moved it forward. And I don't know if they shortened this up.
Then they had to have rebuilt the balcony or
That
something.
must have been what they did. They shortened the balcony and then moved it in, or took it down and. But I don't know what the fuck.
So if you look really carefully, right where my cursor is a. You guys see that on the screen? Yeah, you can. I mean, you can't really see it, but right there is.
Can you zoom in?
Maybe I can zoom in, but it's not gonna see anything.
It'll be blurry. It
How
says
do I-
like Guns N' Roses.
Oh, this is a Winery Dogs poster.
Ah, the Winer Dogs.
and that's the
poster,
one
yeah.
show I've been to at Amos's. Is that
Yeah.
one poster right there?
That was a good show. I was.
Oh,
there
I can
too.
scroll around. Okay,
I was
cool.
at that
Yeah,
show.
there it is, right there.
That was another one of those shows that I was at before.
Yeah,
I even knew.
and if let's say this stage was the exact same as it is now, I was standing like right where this guy photoing me was,
right.
and Richie Kotzen was right where I was.
Pretty fucking amazing. I was mid pack. I was like in front of the soundboard. I remember.
I was here, and Ethan was next to me, and we were both just jamming out. So they had Richie, kind of here. I'm not used to this app. Billy was over here, and then
Yep.
Mike in the back, of course.
Yeah.
3 pieces, nice.
Power Trio. I like to
But
call them
anyway.
Power Trio.
Power trio,
Yeah.
nice. So yeah, we had a good turnout. It was awesome. And the turnout was like this for us for the original stuff too, because most of the people we invited were there for us. We actually lost a couple people between sets that were there to see the LA Maybe and didn't stay for the Guns thing.
Right. Which is
weird.
Flattering. It's flattering though, right?
Yeah, it was weird. I thought, well, we made up for that with gaining just random Guns N' Roses fans that didn't know
exactly.
us
There
or
were
didn't know
definitely
anything.
people filling in throughout the whole night that I noticed. I didn't really see a slow down at the door. It just kept filling up, which is good, man. That's what you want.
Yeah, we had a line out
Yeah,
the door,
yeah.
which was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was pretty cool. We did it. We accomplished our goal.
Yes, teleprompter. By the
Yep.
way, that was the first time using that.
The
You
prompter
guys-
is perfect. You know what? I can actually, while you
You have a picture
pontificate.
of the stage setup, like a clip
Well, one
from
of
the
my
stage?
church musicians took some pictures and video from the back.
Oh, cool! Hell
So
yeah!
you're looking down onto what we're seeing.
Right. That's a good idea. The overhead.
Give me a
stage
second
view.
to find it.
Because the balcony actually goes up and around the side of the stage there.
Right,
next
you
to
can
the
walk
green
all the
room.
way. You can walk
Yeah.
down the stairs in the
Yeah.
back if you wanted.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
I don't encourage you to do that, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really love the fact that the staircase is on the stage, to be honest. I think they should like make an I don't know. I don't know what they would
Airdropping that now.
some magic happen.
It's a video, so it's gonna take a second. I don't want to play the video, but I'll just pull it up like a still frame, and you'll see what's up.
Right.
Here we go.
Power of technology.
Shot in vertical, of
Yeah.
course.
Look at that.
So, let me at least mute it. Play it on mute.
And there you go. Switch
There's your
I just saw
prompter.
him switch it.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. Right there. He switched it.
Subtle, dude. So subtle.
Perfect. That's
Good
awesome.
catch.
Look, and good view of the crowd right here. Look, there's Drew rocking out.
Right here.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And Logan's right behind him. So Drew used to be in the band, and Logan used to be in the band.
Yep.
So that's funny. They were both
That's
there hanging
awesome.
out, having a good time. Logan came up after.
Look
His
at
favorite
everybody.
part was the Star Wars part I threw in the solo.
Yeah.
So good view of the talk box here.
Yeah.
Tube coming up on my mic.
I
You
don't know who knows what song
are-
this is.
I
I
didn't
was
see you a
moving
lot.
around.
You were like a ghost in the night. You
Dude,
were
I
like
was-
capturing from all angles and simultaneously no angles. Like you were everywhere and
All angles
nowhere.
and nowhere. I was a ghost that night.
I realize now I made one mistake. I never looked up at these people in the balcony, not once.
Never
And
acknowledged
part of the
them.
reason is because you're staring directly into these lights and you can't see anything.
Right. Yeah, it's not something
When
to
we were
look
doing
at.
sound check and stuff, I heard someone up there go, "Oh, it's not bad up here." And I look up and I was like, "Who is that?" And he's like, "It's Foz." Like I couldn't see who
Couldn't
was
see
standing up
anything.
there. Like
Those lights are kind of high. They should be lower, shouldn't they? They seem like to be down here would
These?
be better.
well, I feel like they're kind of right in the eye line of the people here. I feel like they should be even higher.
Maybe, yeah.
Get them up closer to the ceiling or whatever.
Still good though. Man. I love it.
Yeah, having a good time. It's cool. Here you go. Now you can see the whole stage. So
Yep.
Josh over here rocking. How was the sound, would you say?
Great,
I've
dude.
heard
Oh,
mixed
man.
things. I've heard people say it was the worst sound they've ever heard, and people say it sounded amazing.
Who said it was the worst sound they've ever heard? Doesn't
I
make
just
sense.
heard from other people. So you guys will notice we have this
It depends
barricade
on where they're
here
standing, maybe. Maybe
to
if they're
protect
standing
all of
on
our videographers who kept getting hassled the entire night. But we had a whole videography team. Wes, right here. It's hard to see. Right there. That's him.
Yep.
He's the head guy, and he
Okay.
brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, you guys had a
There's
whole
a whole
crew.
team of people helping.
awesome.
We basically each had one person on us. So this is my guy here. I can't remember his name, unfortunately, but he was there all day with me. So we were there since 2 p.m.
Yeah.
shooting. And the way we shot the video is we had little clips of the music that we want in the audio. So the audio is basically done. So we had a little click track count in, and then we'd mime like we were playing really hard, because you got to sell it.
Right.
And so basically, like we're on stage for 20 seconds, and then you stop. All right, reset, do it again, click, 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 go again. You're doing that, 50 times.
Right. Got to get the shots. You got to get shots.
It's brutal, dude. It's like a HIIT cardio session. Like you're just going nuts and then stopping. Nuts. It's like sprints,
but it's essential to a tribute band or any kind
have
of like
to,
if you're
especially
a cover band,
for a tribute.
like you gotta fucking have a show to promote. Like you guys did the Journey tribute a long time ago. You guys did videos for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've done. Me and Foz have been through this a lot.
Yeah, you did the Journey. You did the Variety Band. You did obviously I think you've done LA Maybe stuff, right?
We got some. We use this for both.
Okay, cool. So this will be the first time you guys have done the LA Maybe stage show kind of thing.
Yep.
Cool.
With a big crowd, lights,
What songs
big
did you do?
stage for the LA Maybe.
Yeah.
We're not doing like the same kind of promo. We're just going to
okay.
use live shots
Oh, okay,
spliced
I
with
got
like
you. I
the
got
studio
you.
version or something.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, but it was cool. It came out really nice. We had a good time. The video shoot all day was rough.
Yeah.
Like it was good, but it was just
a
brutal.
lot of work.
So we were exhausted, and then we had a little bit of a break, which was nice. And then we came back out, and before we knew it, it was time to play. So
I remember popping in up there, and you guys were all just like chilling back there.
yeah, trying to get like centered
Get in
and,
the zone.
and not
Stay
lose my
focused.
mind.
Yeah. Stay focused.
Right.
Dude, that was so fun. So then your weekend review continues because that's not the end of
That
your
is Friday.
Yeah, that's Friday night.
So Saturday,
Friday
I
and
had
Friday
to. I thought this was my cat out of the corner of my eye. It's a bag.
Big old black cat.
Yeah. So I woke up, had brunch with my family, which was nice. They
Okay,
came to the
cool,
show.
cool.
It was fun to see my mom sing in Paradise City because she's
Yeah.
not like a rock fan at all.
She knows that.
I wouldn't even think she knows that song. You
Come
know.
on. Paradise City.
Well, she knows it because I grew up playing it
Right.
a million
Come
times.
on, yeah.
So, anyways, had a good time at that, and then flew down to uptown Charlotte to set up for gig night.
Right.
That was fun. I was late to that. Then I had to fly back to Rock
Late
Hill,
because of brunch?
basically right next to where I was. Yeah.
Running behind.
So I was here, and then I had to go here, and then I had to come back here to church setup, and then I had to go back to gig night again. Now here's my crucial mistake. I had on my calendar that gig night started at 7. So I was like, yeah, 7 o'clock, done. I'm going to be there at 6:15 because
Right.
I'm a fucking professional.
Right.
I'm going to be there so early.
What time does gig night really start?
6.
15 minutes late.
So I'm on the way down there. I'm hitting traffic. I'm getting there as fast as I can. And Rasan's like, yeah, dude, it starts at 6. I was like, no, it starts at 7. Like, it wasn't even like a question. I had no
Right.
doubt in my mind that it started at
'Cause
7.
It was on your calendar, man.
Yeah, and I was
Right?
like, yo, it's 7. You're wrong. It's 7. Like,
Oh,
not like a dick way, but I was like,
man. Yeah.
I know what's up.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm pretty sure it's 6. And he's like, we're starting now because it was like 6 when he texted me that. And I looked at the spreadsheet. It's fucking 6.
Damn.
I've
dude.
looked at that spreadsheet a million times, never noticed.
Damn.
Never put together that it was different than my calendar.
That happens when you have a lot of fucking dates.
But I ended up rolling in there at about 6:15, 6:18, somewhere in there.
So you weren't too late.
And they had they basically had just waited on me like the entire gig night. Like it was packed.
Don't worry, Dallas will
dude.
be here soon.
Yeah, so I came in and George goes, "Here he is," and everyone started cheering, and clapping.
That's a good feeling.
I was like,
Oh,
"All
you
right."
guys were all just waiting on me. Okay.
So I got up, hopped on the kit.
Were you the first one to play? Is that why, maybe? You're
Well,
standing-
I played for like pretty much every kid,
Oh,
and like
right,
every performance had me involved
Somewhere.
in some way that needed to be there.
Yeah. So they needed you. You're a big
So,
part of that organization for sure.
And it was really fun. So we had an instructor jam at first,
Oh yeah, cool.
and so I hopped up on the kit and we played Purple Rain a little bit. Just
Oh,
kind of
hell
jamming it.
yeah.
It was fun.
Nice. Too bad you didn't sing that one. You always do a good job.
I
singing.
love singing that song. That might be one of my favorite songs to sing.
Great one. You do an awesome job with the Prince. Woo! That little stuff. Like,
Ow! Yeah. What does he do?
yeah, that's it.
That's the one. Yeah. It's
Probably-
like it's weird to explain, but it's just like a really high falsetto.
It's a
yell.
power. It's pressure. It's
Yeah.
like letting your air like crack through.
Why can't I ever like effectively describe like how singing?
It's a very
works,
weird thing to
you know?
describe. It's hard to
It's
to
like I don't know. You just go oh
Right.
It's like,
Right.
no,
and
you don't.
it's one of those things too, like if you've never tried to, like you just gotta fucking try it. Like it's hard
Yeah.
to get somebody to understand
Yeah.
without them even trying it.
Yeah.
So if you're all sitting at home right now listening to us, go,
Yeah.
give us
Exactly.
one of those.
There you go.
Anyways.
Prince is awesome. Yeah, cool. So then Sunday, that's today.
Yes.
We had a big church service. It was Youth Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So that means
normal.
the kids, like middle school to high school, all the youth, they kind of lead the service. So that was a big deal. So we had
Was it really a big deal, or was it you just being?
That was a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
A lot of just like a lot of moving parts.
Oh,
where normally
okay.
the pastors handle stuff, and they're adults
see what you mean.
that I can rely on to do stuff.
Gotcha.
You know?
I know what you mean.
So this, I'm relying on kids that don't know how to hold a mic, that can't speak up, they're nervous.
Sure.
I noticed today
it's almost like an open mic.
Yeah, exactly. I noticed today that kids, preteens and teens, as they're going through puberty and stuff, they're basically somehow, I don't know how this works, they're simultaneously overconfident and have no confidence.
Yes.
I don't know how that works.
It's them trying to put on that they're confident, but then knowing that down, you're seeing their insecurity
Right.
because they're not very good.
And I know because we had a choir of youth singing the songs that was not a choir. They were just, the youth got together and sang the songs as a group.
Right.
And it was just a bunch of giggly little schoolgirls, like scared to hold the mic, like, I don't want it, like that kind of stuff. And it was just like, finally, I just grabbed the mic and I just started singing super loud, like, this is how you do it. This is how we do it.
No, dude, listen, that's so funny to me because I remember like kids and like being in school or whatever, people were afraid to be good. You ever remember that?
Yeah, they would be like, oh, dude, you got an A? Oh, that sucks. I got a 60.
Dude, I hated that mentality. I'm like, it's just because you suck. That's why. You're just trying to make
You're proud of failing?
Like, no, they're not. They just want to shame you for doing better than them.
And I think it's kind of their coping mechanism with like, wow, I'm fucking stupid.
Right, I can't do this, so I better just play it off like I don't want to be good.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like, I don't want to be good at fucking success.
Do you remember from the other guys, Mark Wahlberg, when he mimics the ballerina dance, and he goes,
he's
wow,
really
you're
good
really
at it.
good at that. And he goes, yeah, I learned it from making fun of those dorks in high school. And he goes, you learned how to dance from being by mocking people? It's so funny.
That movie's on Netflix now, dude. And that movie stands as one of the funniest. Like, okay, so what's so good about that movie is, for one, it's hilarious, but two, the plot is really complex and interesting.
I think the dynamic between the two main characters is the best. You could put those two characters through anything. It's almost like the Rush Hour movies are like.
Well, it seems like you can do that with Will Ferrell and almost anyone, though.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Will Ferrell's
the
guy. Power player, yeah. But Mark
like
Wahlberg,
that whole
Mark
tuna
Wahlberg,
thing.
One of my personal favorites.
I love Mark Wahlberg,
and I love like that he's a serious guy too. He's done like movies like Shooter.
He's a great actor,
right? And he does like he's so like well known for these being the hero or whatever character, but also can step into this comedy role with Will Ferrell
and crush it
and totally make fun of the whole thing that he's done,
right?
And it's just perfect.
I love when people have a good sense of humor about themselves. That's a great. Oh yeah, that is. You're right.
And they came out with a second one.
And Bill Burr's in that one.
Yeah, he's in both of them
at the very end.
It's great, dude.
He's the dancing
in the
dad.
Beginning of the second one.
Bill Burr's such a good sport.
Oh my god!
Because like you realize he's like the cranky, angry comedian.
Do you remember him on Chappelle's show?
I started rewatching Chappelle's Show just to watch him in it because I haven't.
He's the announcer.
I haven't gotten any of his episodes.
He's the white announcer so many times, and I think it's so funny.
Well, he does that well anyway.
Oh, it's perfect.
Well, I'll tell you right now, they got it. He does that
exactly, dude.
That's his line, by the way. Anytime he goes into announcer, he says, "I'll tell you right now."
Exactly.
That's the line, and then he just kind of fades off.
Anyways, how do we get on to comedians?
The other guys. For making fun, getting good for making fun of people.
Yes.
So
you got good at that, making fun of people.
I love that he's like, "Oh, you're so good at dancing," and he dances, and he's like phenomenal.
It's like perfect. It's so good. It's like he practiced it for weeks.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, but kids are interesting, man. Kids are really interesting.
Are still learning how to be confident, how to be
kids secure. In groups, not a fan.
Right, because they all want to be like they all want to out whatever it's called, cool, but it's out
out cool. They're all giggling and laughing and like.
What is that?
You can't get them to shut up. Like I'm trying to talk to my drummer and he's behind them all, so I can't see him. And I just hear him say like Dallas, like and like all these kids in front are talking. I'm just like, but like I'm not the guy that's gonna be like shut up. Like I just sit there and let Val, who's in charge of them, handle it. And that kind of stuff.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes kids can be a little rough to corral. But you know what? Like it's cool in the long.
It's all good. My attitude is like
hopefully this is showing them
they're just being kids. Like,
yeah, but hopefully this
whatever.
is you being there and doing what you do. And then watching it. Hopefully they'll see like it's not really.
So what I try to do is when it's time to do the embarrassing thing, which is sing.
Yes.
I just sing loudest and first.
Yes.
And I don't have a terrible voice.
Yes.
So that encourages them to be like. I'll do it too. So every time I started singing them when they were hesitant, I would start singing and I'd slowly just pull the mic away and stop, and they were louder than they were before.
Exactly.
It's like it encouraged them to like
to be that.
They could like hide behind my loud microphone voice.
Right. And then they would be
because they weren't really mic'd. It was just like a choir,
And I've always kind of been nervous, and this is probably now I'm not so much anymore. But the first note you ever sing, like sometimes, like you're you're not sure if it's gonna come out right. Like here I go. Here's the big note that I'm coming
Right.
with.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're like, right off the bat, it's not perfect, but you get onto it quick enough and it's out of the way. And that's kind of gone away. But I know that kids probably still fear that moment coming in off key. Is what
The
I'm
note
talking
that
about.
just popped in my head when you talked about coming in on a big note is Top of the World. Style. How's he come in? Hey, baby.
Yeah. And
You don't want to mess that one up.
Yeah. And hey, oh shit, wrong key. And you're
Yeah.
like,
Ah, fuck.
whatever the
Yeah,
key is.
no
It
coming
just takes
back
a
from
second
that.
to find the
Yeah.
music, you know.
Yeah.
But as you get better at singing, I think that goes away. Like you don't.
Yeah.
You definitely know more about. You're more confident that note's going to come out right.
Right. I had one fun interaction with one of the kids. She was kind of one of the outliers of the group. Like
Mhm.
wasn't really
Sure. A little shy.
as like in the group as the others.
Okay.
But she's the daughter of one of my main singers at church.
Okay.
So I've kind of like, seen her around or whatever. She's maybe 13, 14.
Okay.
And she's standing in the back and she turns to me and the lady who are I'm running the board. She's running the presentation software.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, I guess I'm the kid that just stands in the back quietly, like kind of making fun of herself. I was like, that's funny. And then she was like, hey, I like your necklace. And I realized I took it off now, but it's the Mandalorian symbol from Star Wars. And I was like, oh yeah, it's Star Wars. And she goes, I love Star Wars.
Well, there you go.
And I was like, it's from the Mandalorian. And she's like, I don't like the Mandalorian. And I was like, what? And we started arguing and she was just the coolest little kid.
There you go.
Just like, man, this kid's awesome.
Like you know who makes me think of that is April from.
Her
Parks
mom's
and Rec?
name is April. That's really funny.
No way. So April from Parks and Rec though.
Yeah,
is
same
like
kind of
that-
thing, yeah.
She kind of knows that she's awkward, but she's funny. So it's like,
Right.
You don't have no reason to be awkward, but we love it because you're so funny.
Or it's like endearing.
What's her name? April.
Ludgate.
Yeah, Ludgate.
Yeah.
She's awesome. I love her
Yeah, Aubrey
whole
Plaza.
character.
She's
Aubrey,
awesome.
yeah, that's her.
Mhm. That's kind of Aubrey in real life too. She's
Yeah,
almost the
well,
exact same
that's what
character.
I'm saying. Like
yeah.
she really is playing into her.
a lot of the Parks characters, more than any other show really that I've seen, they basically play themselves, but like a little heightened.
It's a smart move. Even if you wrote a different script on something, like it's smart to let the person be close to at least some way
Right.
related to their actual self,
Right.
because it's a little harder. It's a little easier than to act
Like
yourself.
kind of close to where you're
Yeah,
at.
exactly. Than
Or
trying to be
exaggerate
something
certain
totally
things. Like
different. Right.
the one that kind of stands out is, Andy's a big dummy.
Right.
And Chris Pratt is not
not a dummy at
like-
all. Right. Not a dummy. Very.
You don't get to
smart guy.
superstar status being a dummy. It just
No,
doesn't
but
happen.
he plays a goofy.
He's just a great actor.
Goofy guy really
Yeah.
well. He plays that, and it's not.
And
I
he's
wouldn't say
everybody's favorite character.
He's dumb. He's dumb because of some of the stuff he says, but that's just the writing, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. Like they're
But I
so
feel like
scripted.
he plays a goofy guy, and his
dumb,
character
goofy
just
guy, yeah.
his character is dumb because of the lines that he says. So it's like you almost can't attribute that to him as playing like a dumb guy. He's
All right,
reading the lines.
Donna has a line that sums Andy's character up perfectly. She
Okay.
goes, "Oh, Andy, you're fine, but you're simple."
Yeah, exactly. Fine, but you're simple. That's
Dude, that
funny.
show is so good. I've actually been missing it. I might rewatch it again. I've already watched it.
I'd like to
I think I've
rewatch
watched
that.
it
It's a
8
great
times,
show.
7 times.
I don't know if I even made it to the end of it because of like it wasn't finished when or are they still
It's
finished?
done now. Yeah,
It's done now.
Season
Okay.
7's the last 7.
Okay.
Or last season.
So I'm not sure if I made it to the end because it wasn't finished when I was watching it.
Yeah.
I feel like I
So
fell
I
off
started
of it
watching
before.
right after season 4 came out, and then I watched it all again for season 5, all again for season 6, and all again for season
So
7,
funny,
and then
man.
like 2 or 3 times since then.
It's so funny. I
So,
love it. I love the.
That's
the girl who
probably
plays-
my number one favorite show.
the girl who plays the one who's not working. She doesn't work there. What's her name?
Anne?
Anne. Yes.
Yeah,
She
Rashida
is
Jones.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's Quincy Jones' daughter.
No way.
Yeah, Rashida Jones.
I did not know
Yeah.
that. That is awesome.
Do you follow Quincy Jones on Twitter or whatever?
I
or
should.
Instagram?
I should. I've seen some of his posts people have sent me. I just never really. I don't know. I never clicked
SpaceX.
follow. I guess, but I should do that because I've heard
He
he's like
always,
just a.
he always posts like, happy birthday to her. Well,
Oh, okay.
I can't type, but
Sheeta
yeah, Rashida
Jonius.
Jones.
Yep. She's
Parents,
awesome.
Quincy Jones, Peggy Lipton.
No way. Crazy. Peggy Lipton's famous too.
She also, I don't know a lot about this, but she was also associated with Tupac in some way. I don't know if they were like cousins or dated or
Interesting.
friends or something, but
Peggy
they
Lipton.
were
What'd she do?
they
I
were
forgot.
associated
She was an actor
for some
maybe.
reason. Dude, she looks exactly
Yeah,
like
she's
her.
an actress.
Holy shit.
Yep. That's what I thought. She won a Golden Globe Award.
They look identical.
Yeah, they do. That's
That's
awesome.
crazy. I don't know who this
Obviously,
is.
they do their hair
I'm sure
different.
she's
Is there
famous.
more
I know she
pictures
came
down?
from I know she came from like a famous family,
Let's see if
obviously.
there's any more pictures. Oh, she's in Bewitched, dude. She appeared in episodes
She's in a
of
lot of
Bewitched.
stuff. Yeah, of course.
See, I watched Bewitched as a kid too. I remember that. So I don't know where I recognize her from, but I recognize that name too. Peggy.
Still doing stuff. It's
2017. Wow. Yeah, since 2017.
The black and
Wow.
white photo is what threw me off. I was like, oh, she must be, passed away or whatever.
She was in a drama in the 70s. Anyways,
Yeah,
that's cool. I did not know
this
that
does
Quincy
tie into
Jones-
music a little bit.
a little
Quincy
bit.
Jones,
Quincy Jones.
a legend.
Yeah.
He's 86, dude.
Yep.
That's
You
unbelievable.
know who a little throwback to one of our old interviews, who
Gary Gray.
was mentored by Quincy Jones.
Yeah, Gary Gray. Episode
Gray.
3.
And he's got an awesome story about how he met him.
100 episodes ago.
Yes. Isn't that crazy? So,
and 100
here we
and
go.
one.
It's a throwback 100 episodes ago.
There you go. 100 episode throwback. Done. New segment.
Next. No, but he's got a really killer story. If you guys do go back and listen to that episode, if you didn't hear it the first time.
Yeah, he talks all about how he met Quincy Jones.
And then there's some of the things he taught him. It's pretty awesome. That's like information that is so worth it. That's what we do this podcast for. Like, we took that information and now know it. We're not going to rehash it right now, but go listen to that episode. And there's some cool stuff. There's actually like even down to how he met him was something that his dad told him. He said, if you never step up and ask, like you'll never.
Or if you never ask, the answer is always no.
That's it. That's it. And then some guy, he said he heard the name Quincy and from some guy saying, he said, you mean Quincy Jones? And he said, sure enough. He said, yeah, you want to meet him? Bam, and that was it. They did a lot of work together.
Yeah, that's crazy. So imagine if you just heard that and you're like, I wonder if he means Quincy
and
Jones. And then go about your day.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you never meet Quincy Jones and he never mentors you. And
that's
it's
crazy,
it's
dude.
Never
That's
a cool
such a
story.
crazy story. I love that.
Yeah.
That was the old one I remember.
So I believe it's episode 3. It's definitely it's definitely before 10.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure
the
it's
first one
3.
was Daniel Kyer, and the second one was just us. No, the second one was an interview. Was it Gary Gray's second one?
Kelly Lemieux.
Ah, right. And then he's 3, I think.
And then Gary. Yeah.
I think so. Okay.
Kelly
cool.
from Buck Cherry.
We could look all this stuff up, obviously. There's ways. But
We could.
We like to just pontificate.
There's ways like on our own website, maybe.
That's a good point. Actually,
If I could, I can't type around this mic stand very well. I can't type at all really well.
Oh, that's a good
but
point.
There you go. .sham.
Xom.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize I'm gonna have to scroll through 100 episodes though.
Oh, that's way it goes. Easier on YouTube. Just type in episode 3.
Yeah, you're right. But we're already
This
here
has
now.
got the summary. Well, the YouTube episodes have the summaries too. But hey, look, everybody, this is how you can check out all our shows.
Sure, here you go. We have an impressive catalog now.
Dude, man.
We're almost there.
It's crazy. I love the having 100 episodes. Oh,
Oh,
look,
Kelly was
is
5. What was? Okay,
we did do them by ourselves. We were alternating at the
Oh,
time.
that's right. That's right.
That's what I
So
was thinking.
so even numbers were just us.
That's right. And that's what we did.
So Daniel first, us, Gary, us, and then Kelly.
Yeah. And now
But we recorded Kelly first, didn't we? Or did we record
We
Gary?
probably recorded them on the same day. We did a lot of
Yeah.
interviews like
we went through 1 week or so where we did like
crushing
so many
interviews, dude. It was so good.
And then Eddie 7, we went down to the vault for that one. That was fun.
Yep. Alex Rudinger was a great interview for drummers.
Like Roush, Joel
Hoekstra,
Tony.
dude.
Joel's been on twice.
Yep. And he talked about big stage stuff because of
There's Joel again.
Yep.
We did this one in
That was the follow-up interview
in
that
the
we
Sheraton,
met him in
yeah.
the Sheraton. Yep. That was awesome.
That was a cool day. That was July 4th, basically.
Yep. That was really cool to meet him in person. Tim Stewart was a great episode.
Rusty
Man,
Ryan,
we've got some
Tim,
cool
Jordan.
stuff, man.
Hawthorns. I can't believe the Hawthorns were episode 28.
Kenny Arnoff, dude.
Kevin.
God.
Kevin from a lot of stuff, but he plays with Greg Howe a lot.
We need to hit Sydney up, man. I want to see what she's doing up there. I haven't
I
talked
talk to her from
in a
time
little
to time.
while. Oh, do you? Good, man.
Yeah.
I have not hit her up, but
Drew
I
from
wanna,
Train, Todd
know
from
what she's
Slash, Lee's great
Dude,
guitar player.
Come on, man.
Leah, Kevin from CD Baby, he's the vice president of marketing. That's a good one. Machine, of course.
Machine, of course.
Andy Wood,
Yep.
phenomenal guitar player. You see, we start moving towards more talk shows.
Right.
Kevin from Buck Cherry, Angel Vivaldi, insane player.
Yep.
And then we
here's
start
the
doing a
end
lot
of
of
that.
talk
Yeah,
shows.
Ellie Maybe was an episode,
yeah.
yeah.
Ari, great
Hari
one.
Herstand, dude. That was a great one.
And then we changed our
Then we're to videos now.
our idea here.
Yep. This is our change of look.
There you
and
go.
the
You
video.
see, you can see the
the
evolution.
progression.
Yeah,
So I
nice.
like that a
cool.
lot.
Welcome
Cool.
to the show.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
a good
that's
picture.
a nice one. Hell yeah.
That's a nice picture.
So this what's the browser again that you use? That comes-
Brave.
yeah, that's
Up here
awesome.
on the top left.
It's working great.
Yeah, it's like a privacy based browser, so they're really big on like not using web trackers or weird-
Right. You're not gonna
weird-
get spied on by the fucking.
weird stuff like that.
All your ads won't be immediately what you just looked at. It's like,
Right.
oh, I need some underwear. I wonder where I can get some
You have
underwear.
to opt in to
Now-
see ads on their browser.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
good then. That's what you need. I think the ads are going to be a part of life, though, man.
Ads are fine. There's nothing wrong with ads. The privacy thing could be,
yes, that's a little
contested.
unnerving.
Yeah.
You don't want people like, oh, I just was talking about that, and that's
but
the weird
it's
thing is-
also just coincidental too. But sometimes because
Sometimes.
what happened the other day where you sent me something, you were like, we were just talking about this, and it was
Yes.
someone posted it, so it
Yes.
was not an ad or anything.
yes, it was.
It was
that.
just total
Was
coincidence.
it a song we were talking about or something? Or
I forget.
It was a song. It was a song, and we talked about it, and then somebody posted that song or that cover. It was a cover, wasn't it?
Oh, it was Chris Cornell doing
Yes,
the Prince song.
Yes, that's what it was. It was, and we were talking.
We
about
were
it
just
on the
talking
show,
about it on the show or before the show or something,
and,
and
it was
then
like the anniversary. Chris
like
Cornell actually
the next
posted it
day,
on their site.
Chris Cornell, the site,
Obviously, the
his
site.
whoever's controlling his social media and stuff,
I imagine it's his
posted
wife.
it, and you sent it to me, and you were like, we were just talking about this, and it
could be his
it's
wife
like,
or it could
oh,
be
they're
his-
listening, but also it was just them posting it, so it wasn't an ad or anything.
That was a coincidence. I'll secede to that. But when you
Yeah.
look
Oh,
up,
most of it's not. I would,
yeah, when you're
for
on
sure.
Facebook and you were just looking at like buying a new guitar case, and now all your Facebook ads are guitar cases.
No, I
guitar
get that.
cases.
That's totally.
But
I'm
that's
not.
where this website browser is doing? Is this
I'm
web
not
browser?
sure exactly, but I haven't really used it that much. I use it
Okay.
for this mostly,
Okay.
but
That to me is a little unnerving because I'm just like, all right, so where's that information going? They have that information on me that I'm
that has been that way for a long time. That's never
Yeah.
worried me at all. When I Google guitars and then I go
Yeah.
to Facebook and there's a Sweetwater ad, like
Right.
that, I know that's what's up. So that's
Right.
fine. And also, I don't mind because they're actually
But doesn't
posting
that
ads
mean
that I want to see instead of random shit.
Doesn't that mean your IP address is now, they're linking your IP address to those products?
Dude, I firmly believe that you can add all the shit you want to your computer, but they're still going to do whatever they want with it.
Right.
Like you're not
Yeah,
going
you're
to
not in
ever be
control.
private enough.
No,
you
you're
know,
not.
like
You got to get rid of the idea
as soon
of
as you
privacy.
log on to Facebook, you're fucked. As soon
think
as
you
you
gotta
log on to
kinda-
Instagram, if you wanted to truly be private, you would not have any of those.
Right.
You would not have a computer.
Exactly.
You would not have a smartphone.
Exactly.
As soon as you do those things, you're done. It's over. So you don't
Accept the
need to
fact that
bitch
you're
about
not
privacy.
You don't have privacy anymore. You are everything you do is being watched.
Right.
Don't
But-
do anything that's
But realize that you did this to yourself
Yeah,
when you bought the
signed up.
Apple
That's the
iPhone, when you bought the
accept
iMac,
terms and
Yeah.
conditions thing.
Yeah.
You know, like you accept
when
it.
you made an Apple ID or whatever,
Right.
when you bought the I don't know, whatever else.
Yeah, your computer, your phone with the
When you made
with
your
a- with
Facebook
a face,
account.
Yeah, with a face
Yeah,
recognition thing.
you
like that.
literally use your fingerprint
can-
to get in, and you're like,
Exactly.
wait a minute, what are they
Yeah.
doing? Like,
They have my fingerprint now.
yeah.
So, anyways,
That kind of thing's never.
I
Really
think you got to
bothered me
throw
too much.
privacy out the window. Just understand that you're always being watched, and don't do anything questionable. Like, how about be a good person?
Yeah. Let's
Try
take it
that
back to
on
its
for
roots.
size.
Yeah. Now,
It's like,
privacy's
oh man,
cool,
I can't do any
but-
of that weird seedy shit I want to do.
Okay,
now.
that kind of ad popping up has never bothered me. What's
Right.
weird is when you and I are just talking about something.
the weird thing.
And then it shows up.
Because then is it what your phone is listening, or is
That's
it your
what-
Alexa in the room?
That's the
listening?
ones that I don't know if are coincidence or whatever, but like
That's the weird one.
Ashton showed me a video one time of some guy did a YouTube video of, he was like, all right, check this out. He goes to a website. And I haven't seen this video.
Okay.
So this is coming
This is all
through like
hearsay.
a
Yep.
game of telephone.
I got
so
you. Yep.
this could be very wrong. But what I heard was a guy makes a YouTube video. He's like, check this out. He's scrolling through a website and you see the ads. And he's like, okay, those are the ads. Now check this out. And he X's out and he just starts talking about dog food for like 5 minutes or something.
Uh-huh.
And then he opens a new browser, goes to the website. All the ads are dog food.
Whoa.
It's like, what?
See, that's the kind of shit that happens kind of normally, and I'm like,
If that's
wait a
real?
minute. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, like, are they listening? Like, they're listening, and how much is it? Is it just an algorithm, or is somebody, it's got to be an algorithm.
It's definitely shady
but
shit.
somebody could just pull it up and go, here's what Dallas has been talking about, and say dog food, tar
Yeah.
cases, like.
So the reason that kind of thing has never really worried me so much is because I don't think anyone gives a fuck
Right,
what
are they
I'm
gonna do with
talking
that
about. Like,
information? What are they going to do with that information?
also, there's 300 million people in the United States.
The only
like,
reason you'd be worried is if you're doing something like watching child pornography or something.
yeah, or
that.
like
then you're-
building
then you're-
bombs or something.
Right,
like,
yeah, and then you're in trouble. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
that's a troublesome thing. I
And
don't
we
want people
should
doing
go
that.
get those
right, and I don't
people.
want people doing that.
Yeah.
So just accept that you're not private, and what you do is attached to your IP address, and it should be that way.
And if you don't want to be private, there are steps you can take. But again, they're very drastic. Get off
Exactly.
Facebook, get off Instagram,
Exactly.
put
You
a
have to
drill
opt
through your
out.
smartphone. Like,
you have to opt out.
get a fucking old Nokia. Like, those are the ways you have to do it. You have to be a weirdo, like
Yep.
by modern standards.
Living out in the woods.
Yeah,
There are
no
people who do
internet.
it. They
Get
call
rid
it
of it.
going off the grid.
Yeah, and you can do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
I don't think they want you to, but
They don't. They definitely like knowing what you're doing and what you're,
that's
what you're up
where
to.
it starts to get weird for me. Is
Yeah.
like, we're not even anywhere fucking
what if-
close to music right now, but
oh
that's fine.
fuck it. But yeah, the privacy thing is just a different thing.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what
anyways.
I've always thought. Just real
Facebook's the enemy. There we go.
There we
That's
go.
the thesis of this
no,
topic.
that's not the thesis. Anyways, I wanted to. Oh, the table started shaking crazy outside.
This table's pretty shaky.
Yeah, what it does to the camera, it throws it out of focus sometimes.
Oh, really?
I
think mine's been
that
alright.
time it did, it like vibrated. So I wanted to talk about getting back together and finishing this fucking concept album.
Dude,
Let people know that
I'm
we
so stoked.
are on it.
Do you think it would be cool to reveal like some clips or snippets or demos right now?
How do we do it?
Well, I can just pull them up and play them for
Oh,
people.
on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I'd love to actually. I don't think we've released the first song or let anybody hear it. It would be a great teaser.
We, I believe we showed some select patrons
right.
certain things.
Right. And it's not finished, if I'm remembering correctly.
They are in varying stages of completion.
Right, right. But
For the most, none of them are finished.
The
no.
first song is the one that's like, I think.
Here's
it's
what
the
we have so far.
closest. Awakening Part 1. That's it.
This is the one we've showed clips of.
Okay. Oh, it's just we haven't showed like the mixes, I don't think, because.
Do you want me to?
Wait a minute. Yeah, I wonder how far into it we are. If we're done with that one lyric.
No, we're waiting on lyrics for everything.
Okay,
pretty
okay.
much. Or we're gonna work on those.
Right, exactly.
Hmm.
Well, I thought there was one that had more lyrics than the others,
The first one.
But yeah, the first one. And it was not complete, but it had lyrics.
It had some like starting. Ideas,
Yeah, some ideas. Well, you want to play the instrumental part? Because I don't want to give people a fault.
Well, we've done that one before, or part of it at least.
Oh, okay. Let's play an instrumental of another one.
Pick a
Hell
different one. Which one are you thinking?
Man, there's some good ones.
Conspiracy?
Hellbent, I remember being really awesome. Conspiracy's good. But I don't want to just play the next one either, but
Let's do Conspiracy.
do Conspiracy.
Do you want me to pull it up on Pro Tools or just play it here?
Whatever you feel. You want to if you want to talk about the Pro Tools session, but let's just play it.
We can do deep dives on each song maybe
Later.
as in later episodes. Maybe
Yes.
like since we're doing 6 or 10 or whatever
Maybe after
songs,
we release it.
we can do like a 10 episode
Right.
arc where we
Or-
talk each
or-
episode we talk
and
about
just
one
do
song.
maybe a segment in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Cool.
All right, well, let's check out Conspiracy here. You should hear it. I'm just gonna let it play. I haven't listened to this in a minute.
Me neither, man. I'm excited actually
Let's
because we
find
just
out.
talked about.
We've been
making
so busy with other stuff. We kind of dropped the ball, but here we go. Still part of it.
Yep. This one actually goes.
Right. And it ends there. And the next song actually starts with a similar kind of
It's so cool, man. I'm so stoked. Oh man, I just got
there we
fired
go.
up.
If you were watching the video, you might have noticed our lips moving and you couldn't hear us because I had purposely muted us.
You should know we were just talking shit about our viewers. That's
Right.
the only thing we were doing.
Right. If you're just listening to the audio, of course you wouldn't have noticed anything. So,
But that is one of the
Anyway, that's
instrumental
conspiracy.
tracks off of a upcoming concept album.
Right. We're gonna have words for it as soon as we can.
This has been a long project coming, kind of. We've talked about it for a while, and we're getting back on it. Obviously, we both have other things going on. Plus, we do extracurricular activities like the 24-hour EP and writing session.
Yep.
So things get shuffled around, but we're
Yep.
getting back on it, and I'm excited.
And shows and jobs and practice.
Exactly. It's
Free
not
time.
Like we don't have other things going on. But I think those tracks are strong, and I cannot wait to put some vocals on.
Yeah, they're all kind of in that vein. I tried to. If you saw me turn around, Kitty's here. I was trying to get her to introduce herself. Let's see if I can get her this time.
Camera shy.
Hates being picked up.
Oh. She'll jump up, though.
She did it. She's here.
She's
Alice the kitty.
a little low.
Say
There she
hello.
goes.
Say hello to the camera.
Can we get a meow in the
There she is.
up close and
There you
personal?
go. All right, I'll stop torturing you now.
Yeah, she's like, what is he
She
doing?
does not like being held. All right, so that's going to be the screenshot I use for YouTube. It's just Alice's
It's her
face.
in
Yeah.
there. Awesome.
She likes to come in here and hang out.
But yeah, so we're getting on back on the concept album, and we're gonna schedule more fucking writing sessions. But I want to
Yeah.
put more time into the concept album right away.
Yeah, let's make that a top priority. Let's finish that before we do anything else.
Yes.
At least the first half.
Yeah.
You know, because we're going to split it in half, which I love that idea anyway. It's like a season of a TV show. You clip it at a cool point, leave it on a cliffhanger.
Yes, I think that's a really good idea. We came up with that a while back, and that's a good, especially for the way these songs go into each other. It's gonna be really, especially cool.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun.
Right. How about, I got a question for you, Dallas.
Mhm.
The tracks that we wrote and recorded for the experimental, whatever you want to call those, we still don't really have a name for them other than 24-hour EP thing. But what would we call those again?
The episode 100 ones?
Yes, episode 100.
EP 100 EP.
That's it, EP 100 EP?
Yeah.
That was it, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Those songs, are they out yet?
No.
When do you suppose from upload time, like, they'll be out?
I have no idea because the free
People
service,
ask me
because we're going
about
to
it.
use the free service, and the free service takes its sweet time.
Yes, it does.
So, and
And
it
I-
seems to almost take its sweet time differently on each platform.
Right.
Like, for example, the 24-hour 3P was out pretty much everywhere, and then months later it was out on Apple Music.
Right.
And that could have been because Apple Music occasionally will pick random songs. It's very unlikely it's yours, but it could happen.
Right.
To review like personally, and it takes like 6 weeks instead of like almost,
Like,
24
it
hours or
even
whatever.
held up, right? So,
Yeah. That could have actually happened with that. That's the only thing I can think of because it didn't have. It was out on all the other platforms.
right. So, what would that show up under? What do we search to find that? Gonna be
Whatever
our
we put the artist
names?
name is. So yeah, we'll probably do our own names.
Oh, we haven't put it up yet.
No.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
it was already up.
No.
We gotta get those up. Let's do that.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, that's a priority. People keep asking me about it because they told
Nice.
people who are part of the project have told their friends about it and can't wait for them to hear it and stuff like that.
Oh,
So-
nice. Tell them it was the
it's-
episode.
Yeah, well, you can listen to the episode.
They're on the episode. Yeah.
Duh, I should just tell people to go to episode 100.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, there you go, guys. If you want to hear the songs, go to episode 100 if you haven't already.
Yeah.
But they will be on Spotify and all those streaming sites, Apple Music, YouTube. It'll be on everything that you guys can check out. But like Dallas was saying, the free one takes its time, and it's free. So for what it's worth, it's perfect. And
Yeah.
for our projects,
For what it's
like
worth,
this,
which is nothing, it's perfect.
no, but these projects, like we're going to be doing these a lot, and we can't afford to put $40 up every single we want to release.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot to.
There's a lot more
to
money,
do.
and then it's more than
and
that.
for really no gain.
Right,
know.
right. We're not pushing this to make money. It's not a monetary endeavor for us. So, we're like we talk about all the time. The music itself is not necessarily the sales point anymore. Like what we're looking for is that hopefully people enjoy it and will sign up to our Patreon and be there all the time, hear what we're doing all the time. It's not necessarily like we're looking to make money on the streams. It's like
Right.
That's
Yeah, not
very
at all.
little bit of money. And in a band, you use the music to get people interested in what you're doing, and then they buy your merch, they buy your packages, whatever you sell, tickets.
That's right.
So that's the idea behind this. We're doing it the freeways, so that way it can get out there. It'll be there for you, but obviously we're not going to be able to put a bunch of money into putting every release out and professional. Like that's what they call it, CD
Well,
Baby. It's a
to
pro.
the really the benefit of CD Baby is for us on like the analytics and the money and that kind of side.
Right. It's all part
To
of
the listener, they're not going to know what we used, and it's really not going to make a difference to them.
Exactly.
Exactly. Now we like to discuss it because we're talking to a lot of musicians,
and
so
yeah,
it's
and
good to know
people-
your options. The free service, by the way, is called Amuse, AMUSE.
Yep.
I say that right? I spelled it really fast. AMUSE. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amuse, like I find that amusing. That
Yes.
kind of amuse.
Not-
And
yeah.
it's a yellow app. Get it on your phone, and they can walk you through everything. And I believe you can also do it online. I don't know what the website is because I just got the app, but
Right.
yeah, super easy. Yellow, black A,
Yeah,
lowercase
and that's a free option to stream your music.
Totally free. Put your music out on all platforms.
Yeah.
So
And the other options,
now it comes with its downsides, like we talked about.
Yeah.
But
And the other options, which I think me and Dallas both use, are CD Baby.
we use and recommend CD Baby above all else.
Right.
Um,
They have a lot going
Yeah.
for them as far as what they offer you for a flat fee.
best
You're not paying-
affordable pricing. Yeah.
Right. You're not paying monthly. You're not paying like a yearly subscription or anything like that.
Yeah.
You pay for what you upload, and it gets you to everything.
CD Baby has the best service, product, and pricing. But if you don't like CD Baby for whatever reason, there's other options like there's TuneCore, DistroKid. Those are the two that come to mind. There's tons of others.
Yeah.
Do you remember any? TuneCore is the one I used before I switched to CD Baby, and it's okay, but it does charge you a yearly fee of like however
Yes.
much money.
I was
And
just gonna
for
say.
whatever reason, I guess my credit card expired, and I flipped to a new card or whatever.
And then they take all your music
and it
down.
got removed.
And then it takes time to put it back.
And then
up.
and it was a
It's
disaster.
a mess. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
that's kind of similar to my story. Is like I had Reverb Nation do it just because
Yeah,
it was
so
the
that's
first thing
another
that
one. Yeah.
I already had the account, and they were like, "Oh, we can stream your music on Spotify." So I just followed it, did the whole thing. Then I realized, wait a minute, I'm paying them a monthly fee to host my music, and as soon as I don't pay that monthly fee, it's like $20 a month or whatever, then my music's down. Whereas you go somewhere like CD Baby, it's up.
You
it's
pay
a flat
one
fee.
flat fee, and they keep
Yes, and they keep
they
it
do
up
the
and-
rest. They also handle a lot of stuff for you,
Yes,
which
and
is really nice.
And I love that even like you find your music on Instagram and Facebook stories. Like it's everywhere. Like your music is.
Yeah, and they just
truly all
recently
over
added TikTok, so you can get your music on TikTok because that's a new
I was wondering
exploding
about
thing.
that.
Mhm.
I read into TikTok and I thought I would have to upload it myself from what I was reading. I was like, wait a minute, so people just upload their own music to it and that's how it's working?
Yeah, I don't know how that works,
Me
but
neither.
they've added it to theirs. So yeah.
That's awesome. I need to look into it again then. I think that'd be fun to hear my music. Like,
Now I don't know if they retroactively go back and add your catalog
I wonder
to
if that,
TikTok.
right, exactly.
I don't know how that works. Perhaps on a renewal date or something. I don't know, but
Maybe, right. We can look into it.
but I've used CD Baby for a while now for all the LA Maybe stuff.
I love how
For all of our stuff,
they show your analytics and they really,
We did the Beast and the Harlot through there, and
Yeah.
we've had absolutely no problems with it.
and then
none.
and that's a cover, so it's a little different process. We kind of went through it to feel that process out, I
Right.
think, and it's different, right? You have to pay the royalties, obviously.
That's not to CD Baby though. You have to go through like a
Right.
third party. I don't really remember it, and it's really complicated, and
It
I
was a
don't
complicated kind of process.
don't like it very much.
Me neither. Me neither. And I think it's a lot of hassle to go through. Like if I put a covers record out, I
Right.
feel like then it'd be like worth it doing all that. But like just to put one cover out, it's like, and none of these people are doing it for YouTube covers, right? Nobody's doing like
That's
they're
a good point,
going
yeah.
through the licensing for making a YouTube cover, which is interesting to me. Like how much do you get away with? Like when it gets 1 million views, is then it become like, all right, we got a problem. You're using somebody else's music, or is it just like all rights
I don't
reserved to the artist, and then you write that in your comments?
When people write that, it makes me so mad.
I'm like, how
that
does
doesn't
what does that
do
mean?
anything.
No, it doesn't mean anything.
Please, if you make a YouTube video, don't write "I don't own this."
Right.
We know,
We know.
and also that doesn't protect you.
And I wonder if it somehow does in YouTube world. I wonder. You know, like I
You
know it
can't you
doesn't.
can't walk in a store, steal a candy bar, and as you're walking out, be like, "I don't own this."
Right.
Like that's not how it works, dude.
I'm
Like,
just hanging on to it. I'll
Yeah.
bring it back.
no, it's
No,
not how
it
that
doesn't work
works.
that way. So yeah, I don't know what the rules are on that, but it just seems like people blatantly. And actually, it's in Ari's book. I believe we read about
It's
it.
one of the most cringy, dumb things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
and it's everywhere.
It is everywhere, and people just upload like a whole album of music and just say, "I don't own this," and then now
Yeah, yeah.
you're pirating their
The
music.
only other thing I can think of that's equally cringy is when every now and then you'll see those Facebook and Instagram posts that come up, and it's like, copy and post quickly. Facebook owns all of your pictures unless you post this.
Right.
I, Matt Tolley, do not give Facebook
Right,
permission.
right.
What are you talking? You already checked the box that
Yes.
says I give you permission to take all my shit.
Yep.
You checked that box when you made the account in 2007.
Yep. It's so
So-
funny to me too that when people tell me like Facebook's gonna start charging money or whatever, and like there's nothing you can do about it. I was like, dude, they're not gonna do that. They actually say it on their page. They say that Facebook is free and will always be.
Yeah, and if it's not, everyone will leave. That's
And
why they do
everybody-
it.
right.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you
They
think
make
is
their
gonna
money
happen?
plenty of other ways. They don't need you.
How do those things get started? Those rumor fucking
Dude,
things, man.
somebody posts it and everyone's stupid and gullible.
Yeah,
Like the people, the like dumbness I see on Facebook is staggering.
How about the? I bet you can't. I bet this veteran can't get one share. And I'm like, stop it.
Can't
Like,
get
you're
one?
Guilt tripping. You're guilt tripping.
You don't think
people
he can
into
get one? He can get one.
shit.
Like,
Dallas. That's just unreasonable. Of course he get one. No,
if he said a million, maybe.
But it's just so funny to me that they're guilt tripping you into trying to share this. Like, and it's like,
don't claw the
what?
carpet.
All right, so what good comes from when I share this now? Now this veteran does get a share. Like, okay,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I proved you wrong. Like, that's all I got out of this. Like, he could get a share. So but it's ultimately it's
God.
funny to me because like you're guilt tripping into somebody that's not doing anything better for that person. Like, you're not doing anything. You're just
No, it's for them.
Right.
It's for them to be like, look at this post I made that has 8 million likes. Like,
shares and likes. Yeah, exactly.
Now I have all these extra followers.
And
like,
I see right through that when I see it, I go like, what? Why is it like this? Like, what are people really wanting out of Facebook? They just want to add admiration.
I don't do Facebook at all. I do Facebook for my band, and that's it.
I do it for the band too.
I cannot stand Facebook.
But I get on there.
I have a Chrome plugin that called Newsfeed Eradicator. Highly recommend you get it if you don't have it. When you log onto my Facebook, it just shows a quote that basically says "fuck you, get back to work," and it doesn't show the newsfeed.
Nice.
So I can go on there and do like band stuff, check notifications that reply to the band. Do manage ads, whatever I need to do, but I'm not distracted by like Becky's lunch or whatever.
Right. And you're not gonna. Right. Interesting.
Yeah. And then on the phone though, I just don't have the app. I have the Pages app to manage the page. I don't do the Facebook app. I had it for a while, realized I was back on it, using it too much, deleted it, haven't needed it since. It's fine. I don't need it for anything.
I know what you mean.
I have the Messenger app, which is how we communicate in the band, and how I talk to people that I don't have their numbers for.
Here's the big thing that I like doing on Facebook, and it's for the band. It's obviously everything I do on social media is for the band, whether or not it's like even person. Things are personal, but that's just to help people relate to my personal life. It's all for the band. Like I don't care about anything else as far as like people.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? So
sometimes I'll post pictures of Alice though. I do Instagram. I try to do Instagram in a real way.
Way easier to
I like Instagram.
Not get sucked into it.
Less crappy and cluttered.
Yeah. So Facebook, the biggest thing I noticed for it though is, and Instagram, you cannot do this. Is it has events, and you can actually have a Facebook calendar that lights all your events up, and it shows you like, okay, you got this going on this weekend. Here's where all those things are. I've said this before too. I know I'm a broken record, but. It shows you on a map where all your events are that you have planned out for this weekend, which I love. And I know that it works on me because if I use that calendar or whatever, I'm more likely to go to these. I remember what's going on and I see what's going on in the, know, around town. So I know that if I make those events, if I post those more often in my stories, now they have it where you can put it in your story. You can hit interested or going from the story.
Oh, nice.
So if you share the event to your story, it actually puts that button on there. And that kind of thing to me is invaluable to to get people to your shows, like to just make them aware, because obviously that calendar is going to remind them and you're going to be on their radar. So all you got to do is get people to be interested in that show first, and then you're more likely to get more people going. And your post, the recent show you guys just had at Amos's, did great on there. Like the event page really, I think you had like 800 and something people interested or going. And then the turnout, if you look at how much actually turned out, it was probably pretty close to that. I don't know exactly the number.
I don't know the number either. It was over 300 though, which was our goal.
Definitely. Yeah, I was thinking I was going to take a rough stab and say 500.
I don't think it was 500.
You don't think it was quite that much?
I mean, maybe all told, like in and out of the door the whole night.
Right. It's really hard to quantify because of the people coming and going and all that.
Yeah, you know, 2 people will come for 2 songs, leave. You know,
then
the 3 people come in.
Are people up on the balcony where they're at? Like it's hard to,
Yeah, the sound guy brings in his brother. Like stuff like just like weird stuff. Like you can never tell who's there or not.
Sure. So, anyways, I like Facebook for that reason, and Instagram doesn't have a way to do that right now. That's truly the only reason I think Facebook is useful to me right now. In that event planner type thing.
Yeah.
And it works for people. I think a lot of people are on Facebook. Like we know that, right? So we know that they're actually probably using those event things, and it makes it pretty damn easy. Like the calendar's just there. Like when Friday comes around, it's like, hey, look what you got going on. It actually like reminds you. It's not like you have to go to your calendar and look at it. It's very active, proactive. Say like keeping people engaged. It's like a salesman that you don't have to pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Except here's the thing I do hate about it, paid promotion. You know what I mean? Like everything now on Facebook is paid promotion.
Mm-hmm.
There is
that's how they make their money. Yeah.
But they're throttling who sees your stuff, on like actively throttling who sees your stuff so that way you'll pay. That's what I don't like. Like why can't you just let it do its thing? Don't throttle it back. Like cuz it's like almost a guaranteed 10% is going to see your posts. Like that's how much sees it. Why can't they just let it be? Let it, however many people see it, they see it, right? Like if people share it and that kind of stuff, like I'm sure that helps out a little bit, but it just seems like it's throttled no matter what until you pay. And I hate that.
Yeah, and I think the harsh reality is if people want to see it, they're going to go see it,
Right, that's true.
If I'm looking for the LA Maybe, the algorithm's not going to stop me. I'm going to go find the LA Maybe.
That's true. So
whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or Google or wherever.
Right. You can be active,
So-
but to know about your show and stuff like that, you have to.
It's harder to get new people that didn't know about you.
Right.
But
Which that's
you
what
can
you're
do that
paying
with
for.
paid ads. Yeah,
Right,
and that's a reasonable ask and a reasonable ROI.
Even your own followers, unless they go into your page, like you're saying, search the LA Maybe.
Your own followers is the weird part.
Yeah, like you've
Your
already
followers
collected
should be able to see your stuff.
them. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And they want to, and then you're telling me that I have to pay so they can see what they want to see.
Yeah.
That's
Or I don't
stupid.
know if it's like I don't know if they throttle everything, but like they might not see every single post. They might see
Well, no,
like a couple posts.
and it's partly too who's active on your page. So like the person
Right,
who
right.
likes all your posts are gonna see it.
Right.
Like that's how it uses it, and that.
But it's a vicious circle because if I like your post, then I see more of your post and I like that post and I like that post. But if I never see your post, I can't like your post.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, like-
you have to be initially interested. You
Right.
have to show interest. Like what I do is when I find something I really do want to see a lot of, I'll go like a bunch of their photos, and they might think I'm a fucking stalker or whatever. But and it's not people pages
Right.
or so. They might think I'm just like, oh, this guy's all over us, whatever.
Mhm.
But what it really is I want to see more of their posts. I want to see when it comes in,
That's
and,
what
and that helps. But then like it's a game because it's a race of what you're liking more, because you still have that top tier of things you're gonna see. Like you're not gonna,
Right.
you know what I mean? You're not gonna be able to, I don't know, see more. Like you have to see the same amount of stuff, but they're just gonna
Mhm.
show you the highest liked stuff that you. But it's dumb. It's like it almost doesn't work. I know. I just saw a post on Facebook. Somebody said, "I hate that people probably think I'm a stalker, but they're the only posts I see. Like they just
Dude.
keep seeing the same posts, but they don't realize it's
This-
what they like.
The stalker thing is annoying to me because it's like I hate that people would think I'm using Facebook for what it was meant for.
People looking at me.
Like-
Right. Right. What are you
What?
doing?
Yeah.
Who do you want to see? Who do
Yeah.
you want to see? Oh, I don't want anybody to see me.
You don't want people to like your shit. Like
No, I don't want anybody to see me. I'm just
here's
posting
my rule. If I see something I like it.
That's my
That's
rule
it.
too.
I don't think about
That
it.
is
I
my
don't
rule
think
too.
about what you're gonna think about it. I just like it if I like it and I don't if I don't.
Exactly. What
That's it.
happens is like if somebody posts a couple things in a row that you don't like and it's not just really not your thing, and now they're off your radar from according to Facebook. Now they're
Yeah.
like, oh, he doesn't really like this stuff anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's so funny. So funny how we're so simple to computers.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's another thing. It's
He
just
likes
an
beef. Show him beef.
algorithm. Show him some sausage.
Ads, posts, everything.
Oh, how about the Wish ads? Are they not ridiculous? Do
They're
you
the
ever
worst,
see
dude.
those? What?
It'll
how are
be
they
it'll
so
be like
wrong?
a $400 jacket and it's like $2.
Not only that, there's just the craziest things on there, like inventions I've never even heard of. I'm like, who wants this?
Everyone knows that's a scam. It's one of those old Chinese companies that
It
just is garbage.
Yeah.
I bought something from there before, like
Did
a
you?
long
Did
time
you?
ago.
Yeah,
like when it
was a
first
new
came
thing.
out.
Yeah. I remember it was a big thing.
It was fine. It was like some sort of cool. I don't remember what. I don't even remember what it was.
There's
Maybe
like
a
goofy
necklace
little
or something.
ideas. Oh, right,
something
right.
like that.
Something decorative or whatever. Anyway, so we've gone on too long. Anything
Yeah.
else? You got anything else? To fucking...
No, I have weekend continues for me after this.
Yeah,
I go
no,
I
you're
go
not even
straight
done.
to Gig Night Part 2. So
Yeah. I wish I can go, but
Um,
obviously I have things going on. But
yeah.
next one I want to make it out to, and maybe even do a song. I love hanging out.
June, I think it's in June.
Okay.
And
cool.
well, I know it's in June. We have a gig for the Saturday one, so I can't even make the Saturday one next
Oh.
time,
Well, there you go. The
unfortunately.
Saturday one is the one with your.
That's
students,
probably
right?
where all my students will be. Yeah, I don't have any students on Sunday really.
Oh, man.
So generally, the Saturday students are more advanced. They play with a band. They
Right.
play full songs. Sunday are the cute little kids that play like
Their
Twinkle
first
Twinkle Little
shows.
Star
Yeah,
and stuff like
Their
that.
first kind of
For the most part. Now there are definitely some kids that'll go up there and just strum acoustic and sing by themselves, and they're quite good.
Dude, there's some talented kids.
Mhm.
I mean, some of those kids blow me
one
away.
one kid last night, her name's Ava. She just has the nicest voice.
I
Like
remember
she's
Ava.
so good.
Yeah, I think
She
I
has
remember
such good
Ava.
like soul and control and runs, and she always picks good songs that accent her strong points.
I love it.
Good
I love-
pitch. Like she's just really good.
I love watching these kids get into music. I can see it, man. I can just really see
It's
it.
really fun to see like
Because they were ahead of where I was.
Who
We
has it,
talked
you
about this
know?
before too. Like, but when I was fucking 8, I was not playing acoustic guitar in front of a crowd of people. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely didn't even understand
Yeah.
music that well yet. You know?
I was
So-
thinking about this actually. I was talking to my dad about it, about like why I ended up getting good at guitar,
Mhm.
and he was saying, we were talking just the talent hard work thing.
Mhm.
But I think if I have any talent, I've said something similar to this before, but I think I've honed in on it a little more. I think my only talent is that I'm obsessive.
Yes.
So
I've said that so many times.
because what's weird is I got good at guitar, but I've also got good at drums. I've also got good at Photoshop,
Right.
video editing, graphic design, all these different things that I've gotten good at, but just because I get obsessed with stuff.
Yes, and Joe Rogan
That's
talks
it.
about the same thing. He says he's crazy. That's what he says. I'm
Yeah.
crazy. He said I get attached to something. I
have that
cannot
thing.
let it go, and I have that too. And I tell people when they always ask me, like,
Pro
how do you
Tools,
get
all
so
that
good at guitar? Like, first of all, good is your fucking
Just
determination.
play a lot. That's it.
here's what it is. Like,
Never not have a guitar in your hand. You'll get good.
Be obsessed. Like
Yeah.
you have to love it. You have to really want it. Like there's only way I can explain
and
it.
that sucks because people don't want to hear that, but like you can instantly tell, like, no, you don't have it. Next. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can meet someone and they pick up a guitar, like, you don't have it.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. I can tell all my students like which has it,
so
which
here's
don't.
the thing:
you
you
know?
don't have it is like have the obsession to take you to start.
You don't
your
have the
music
drive.
Career?
You
Yeah,
don't have
to
the
start a
drive.
music
Yeah.
career. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have it enough to learn how to play a couple?
Because
songs
I know someone who did have it.
Exactly.
So I know what it
know.
looks like and feels like.
I know, but what I'm saying is that not everybody picks up the guitar for the same reason. Some people pick up
Right,
the
right. Oh,
guitar
for sure,
and
for sure.
just want to play some songs and have
Right.
fun, and that's totally fine.
Nothing wrong with
but
that.
what we're talking about is when you're taking to a music career. If you're trying to like have a music career,
Right.
you need to be obsessed with it. Like there's other people out there that are obsessed with it. You're not going to beat them.
And you could be obsessed with it in different ways too.
Of course.
Like
but
you might be
songwriting-
a D- guitar player, but all you're doing is working on your voice, or you're
or
phenomenal
songwriting,
singer, like,
right?
you
It's
know?
just so many
Exactly,
aspects
like,
to it
yeah.
that it's not limited to like I can't shred like Richie Kotzen. I
Right.
guess I'm not going to
That's-
play guitar.
Yeah, that's not how it is. at
no,
all.
you just got to use what you got. And
But you have to have
create art.
it has to be not ever not on your mind.
no, it's
You know
an
what I mean?
obsession. It's 100% an obsession, whatever aspect of it is.
Like
you know?
the kids of mine, not really of mine, but some of the students that I have encountered over the years that don't want to practice, they don't have it. They don't want to do it.
Exactly.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
We're wasting everybody's time.
Exactly.
Because
And
I
kids most of the time just do it because like their parents
made them,
influence
which is
and stuff
nice.
like-
It's good to get out of your comfort zone and learn new things.
Sure, it's good to make them try it because how do you know? And how did you ever become obsessed if you never picked it up to begin with?
Well, funny story about me. I took guitar lessons when I was really young. Hated it. Never played. Didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Put the guitar down. It sat in my closet for 3 years. Never touched it.
Yeah.
And then it was because it was an acoustic guitar.
Right.
And then I got into Guns N' Roses and got an electric guitar for Christmas. I think roughly around the same
That
6
just
months.
sparked your inspiration.
And then I just never stopped from there.
Yes, and that for me very similar, dude. I remember sitting.
But
in the
I was the kid that was crazy obsessed and really into practicing, and also the kid that would never practice and hated it and never wanted to go.
Right,
I was
yeah.
both at different times.
My big thing about the lessons, and this was my thinking around it, is like, if I'm gonna pick a guitar teacher, then I gotta pick somebody who wants to who plays like what I want to play like. You know what I mean? Or plays like I'm impressed. Something I'm impressed with.
I would take it a step further. You don't need someone who plays that way. You need someone who has students that play that way. You know, because obviously they're getting what you want from that guy.
Sure,
you
right.
know?
But even like stylistically, like I had a hard time finding a guy that would liked the same kind of music I did. So I was like, he's trying to make me play this. And like I had a guy who just offered to give me guitar lessons, and he was older than me and in a really kick-ass guitar player. But he played a different style of music. He played dropped C sharp or something maybe even lower. And
Yeah,
he's
that's
you
just
gotta-
down half step.
He's like, yeah, and he's got but down half step and dropped, right?
Right, drop D.
Right. So he wanted me to do all that, and I'm like, well, that's not really what I want to play. I like playing a half step down. I like Guns N' Roses. I like this and that. And he was just like, well, if you're gonna learn from me, you're gonna have to tune your guitar this way. And it just didn't last. I was just like, well,
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
that's just a bad teacher.
Yeah,
but
well,
a good example is there was a legendary teacher in Columbia, South Carolina, where I'm from. His name was Robert Newton, and his claim to fame was he had a huge roster of students that were all the best guitar players in Columbia.
there you go.
And everybody went to this guy, and I never saw him touch a guitar. Daniel Kyer
Wow.
took from him, and I went several times with Daniel and sat in on the lessons. That dude never touched a guitar. He was old. He'd suffered a lot of strokes. He just kind of sat there and
But
would.
he understood the
He was
instrument
hard
enough.
on his students too.
Yeah.
He would be so pissed if they didn't practice. Like, and Daniel Kyer was a phenomenal guitar player,
Yeah.
and everyone I know that took from him was a phenomenal guitar player. He passed away not too long ago. There's a really famous picture of Daniel Kyer. I might be able to show it to you.
I really
I
never
bet-
liked the idea of lessons, man. I thought like if I couldn't
I
muster
bet this
enough
pops
of
up right here. Let's see if I can find it. This picture right here. That's the Telecaster that's sitting right in
Yeah,
my room.
yeah, yeah.
If you hold on 1 second, I'll go grab it and show you. But this Telecaster right here, that was taken at Robert Newton's thing. You talk for a second. I'm
his,
gonna go
what,
grab
his
that.
school or his
Memorial. Should have said that.
memorial, yeah.
It's a bad word.
Okay, yeah. So for me, lessons were always like I always thought like if I couldn't muster enough of the interest in it to go figure it out myself or to put time in and learn how to play it or whatever, I was like, well, then maybe I don't deserve, I should just do it on my own. I thought about people like Slash, never had a lesson. You know what I mean? Like,
Here it is.
there it is, the guitar.
The exact one.
That's awesome. That's cool, man. That's definitely like
And the Strat I have in there too was one of his.
that's awesome, man. Anyways, that's episode 1. Daniel Kyer, ladies and
Episode
gentlemen.
1, yeah. And that's actually from 2015.
Yeah,
We reposted
yeah,
it for episode
exactly,
1 when we started.
exactly.
But yeah, you're right about the lessons thing. I feel so weird when people ask me, did you take lessons? Because the direct answer is yes.
Yeah.
But if you
from
ask me
everybody I've ever listened to.
But if you ask me the follow-up question, did you get anything out of those lessons? I think the answer would be no.
You don't think you learned?
I don't think I learned really
some
any.
crucial,
I learned like open
things.
chords and all the stuff in the very beginning.
Okay. I learned some crucial tuning things, like how to tune up to the note instead of like, just tuning your guitar until
That's more like tech stuff even, you
right.
know?
And that was important things for me
and
to
learn. And
learn.
then I learned that from you, and now I do that.
And that was an important thing for me to learn though, because it kept me from being frustrated later on. You know what I mean? It took care of like the parts that maybe I had no understanding of, like where to put your finger. Like, are you supposed to put it like right in the middle of the fret opening or right on the fret? Where do you put them? Like that kind of stuff just... So there was somebody there to tell me, and it was his friends, kind of.
I had multiple guitar teachers over the years. I would take for a while, not take for a while, not take, and always hopping, skipping teachers. The first guy wanted to just teach me classical. Didn't care about that at all.
Right.
And I just wanted him to show me like Guns N' Roses licks, and I could tell he was just so bored showing me that.
And that's what it is. It's you have to find what that person's going to be interested in, because it's not about you. It's not about like the instructor. It's about what the student wants, right. And you have to feed him what he wants.
And that's hard for an instructor to do.
Oh, of course,
being on that side of the fence.
Of course,
and also as an instructor, you have to realize like, hey, this kid doesn't give a shit.
Right.
I'm just gonna like show him Crazy Train and we're gonna chill out and have a good time. Like it's fine, you know. It doesn't matter. He's not gonna be here in a year. Like he doesn't care about guitar that way. You know.
You can look at it that way.
And I don't take that personally. I don't care.
Right. But you can look at it that way. But it's like you have to keep him interested. Whatever it's gonna be to keep him interested in. And even if it's just like you're not like so centric on guitar, but you're like you play guitar and you hang out a little bit. This kid doesn't like to. Put the whole hour.
I have a couple students that really only want to come in and just talk about their life, and like they just need that like almost therapy time, you know?
Yeah, that's a weird thing. But.
We have and then I can't remember how many teachers I've had over the years. The first one obviously didn't work out. That was the when I just hated guitar. Yeah. The second one was my first real teacher, and he was the classical guy. So that I was with him for probably the longest. He probably taught me the most, you know, A minor, D, all that stuff. But I was also teaching myself so much because I was obsessive. So I would go home and I got Guitar Pro very early on, Guitar Pro 5. Me too. And I would just write music in it, and I would look up chords and look at tabs and download tabs and learn what they're doing. I wouldn't even know what a D chord was, but I would know if I put my hand like that and did that, I could play Sweet Home Alabama.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
And I would figure all that stuff out. And then I'd go back to the lesson and he'd be like, holy shit, like you've done like that's way more than what I asked.
That's
where
the obsession comes in. It's like you have to want it. Like it's not something you're like, my parents think I should learn how to play guitar, or I'd really like to know how to play guitar, and now I'm going to these lessons, and I'm just it's going to happen.
This is where we get to a crossroads, because if you don't want it, if you want it, but you don't, I don't think there's any way to cross that bridge.
Exactly. It has to, like when you pick it up and you play it, and the first time on a guitar is never comfortable. Don't assume that like we're talking about like somebody who gets on the guitar and it was just magic. Like I just felt it on my fingers.
That doesn't exist.
No, stop it. Like everybody
that's never existed.
Everybody has to grind it out in the beginning and hurt their fingers.
The reason you think no one has to grind it is because by the time you see them, they've been grinding for years and years and years and years.
And that's something you can't just give somebody the understanding of how long I played the guitar and how many times I did that lick over and over and how many. Like whatever, all that.
The other thing I was going to say about my instructors, so the first guy doesn't really count. Second guy was the classical guy. I think I had 3 others, one of which is a peer of mine, basically. And I took one lesson with him. We realized it wasn't going to work out, and I ended up being a sub for him.
No way.
And I started like teaching his kids and like playing gigs with him and stuff. Like we realized like we were kind of on the same level. This was when I was in college.
Right.
Jay Michael, awesome dude.
Cool.
And funny follow-up story. Make me circle back to it in a second. But Jay Michael, I had a teacher named Brad who was a phenomenal guitar player but loved like country licks and stuff. And then I had another teacher called Eric who was obsessed with Jimi Hendrix. And those 3, I would basically go to lessons and we would just hang out and talk. And occasionally they would give me ideas like, do you don't know Machine Gun by Jimi Hendrix? Like, dude, listen to it. It has this lick. And I'd be like, oh, that's lick. And we'd work out that lick.
How important is just having somebody to talk to about stuff and bounce ideas?
Shooting shit,
Sometimes it's not about like, all right, put your finger here, put your finger there. It's not that. Like sometimes learning guitar is literally learning the whole aspect around it, what's been done before, what's possible. You know what I mean? Like all these things are things that build in your as a player. And it's important. It's very important.
And it's very important to have a peer group.
Right.
Because I was really into Slash and Guns, and I was on that train. And then I met Daniel Kyer, and he was really into Paul Gilbert and Joe Satriani and John Petrucci and those guys.
Right.
And I never heard of those guys. I was like, who are those guys? And he was like, oh, check out this album by Paul Gilbert. And that shifted me completely. So now I consider my style as kind of a lot of Slash and a lot of Paul Gilbert. Those are probably the 2 guys that shaped my actual playing the most.
Yep. And those are obviously 2 great people to get your
2 amazing guitar players.
Inspiration.
The funny story about Jay Michael, Hope, she's a big fan of the LA Maybe. She goes to all our shows. She's awesome. She ran merch for us the other night. She's really, really cool person.
Oh, yeah.
She goes to a bar the other day, a couple weeks ago, whatever. She'll text me like videos of people out playing, like, oh, they're doing this song, stuff like that.
Right.
And they go out all the time.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So she was at a bar sent me a video of someone doing Kiss, and she was like, "They're pretty good, but I just like your guys' version better."
You guys
It
kill
was,
anything
It was
Prince.
fucking Jay Michael, my old guitar teacher.
No way.
I texted her back. I was like, "That's Jay.
That's so
That's
cool.
my boy Jay."
That's so cool.
I love him so much, dude. He's
Hilarious.
awesome.
Well, that's funny.
Jay Michael Peoples, check him out, you guys. He's really, really cool. He's got a lot of music. He wrote a novel. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
Hey, you want to know something funny about Facebook that happened the other day?
Sure.
Richie Kotzen made me a top
And that'll
fan.
do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Richie Kotzen made me a top fan on his fucking Facebook page.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think he does that.
It's not. It's
does that
somebody running the
automatically,
page,
right?
but I thought it was awesome.
No, it does that automatically based on how much you comment and like stuff.
But I haven't even
Because
commented.
Hope's a top fan, and I run our Facebook page, and I didn't do it.
Oh, I thought Kyle was always doing it for our page.
No,
'Cause
it's
Kyle's on our
automatically
Facebook.
done. It'll be like top, like basically
And it's
if you
only for,
just
like, usually
if
it's
you
timed.
interact enough,
Right, and
it makes you one of
And
those
usually it's
automatically. Yeah.
timed too. It's like for a week you're a top
Oh, really?
fan, and then they switch it out.
It depends. I think it depends on how often you're interacting, though.
I think it just helps.
Because like Hope's been our top fan because she always likes and comments on our stuff.
Yeah, from the point of view as because I know I run a band page and I know what that's like.
Mhm.
I feel like the whole idea behind that is just to keep your fans engaged. Like
I think you guys probably have them too. I don't know.
we do. No, we do.
Whoever like.
I thought Kyle was doing
Oh,
it.
that's what
I
you're
just- I haven't
saying.
talked
Oh,
to
I
him
see, I
about
see,
it.
I see.
Yeah,
yeah, no.
I just
no.
saw that it was happening. I was like, I guess Kyle's.
I mean, unless someone's doing our page and no one runs our page but me.
Right, so then you go.
I mean,
Then
Rasan,
you know.
everybody has access to it, but nobody's like really
Then
actively
you know,
running it.
and,
Like
and I know you can actively do it. I know you can because it
You
says
can
if
just-
you want to make somebody a top
Oh,
fan,
cool.
you can
That's
do
nice.
that.
Well,
I
then
saw
maybe
that
you
option,
can. Yeah.
But I know that
I
it's
have not
also
seen that
doing
option.
it's like we already have like a few people in there, and it's got more people coming up. It's like it's happening automated somehow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how.
Dude, that's
Sense.
awesome.
That makes sense. Anyways,
Fist bump for Richie
yeah, I'm
Kotzen.
Richie Kotzen's top fan. You guys,
Can we? How can we fist bump the edge of your screen, but not each other's? Ready? Oh, that didn't work. I'm in your.
Yeah, you're in my screen now.
This
Wait.
isn't gonna work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work at all. I'm in both screens right now.
we're spread apart pretty far on the screen, but in reality, we're literally sitting right next to each other.
Don't touch me.
All right, you guys, that's gonna do it. Thanks so much for watching. This has been a fun podcast.
It has been.
Episode 104. Peace. I'll see you guys next time.